Yo, hello? Yo, bro.
What the fuck is that?
That is gross. Looks like blood. Fresh ass footprints. Right in the currently. And I'm sure they saw my.
Most people who step inside an abandoned building worry about rotten floors or crumbling ceilings. They never expect to come face to face with someone who has already crossed a line that most of us could never imagine crossing. But that is exactly what happened to the explorers in this video. Some of them heard footsteps that did not belong to them. Some of them found blood where there should have been nothing but dust. Some of them were suddenly confronted by a face staring back at them, a face that wanted them gone, one way or another. Stick around, because tonight we are diving into the chilling story of when urban explorers face murderers. On November 11th, 2025, Jacobs-Cates went to explore an abandoned building that was known to have many squatters, and this happened.
Alright guys, we're in the house right now. It's pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. There's been known to be a squatter here, so if I run into him, I might be have no protection. And yeah, I might be. I'm walking up the stairs right now. I don't know why, it's got a really eerie feeling.
Trying not to attract attention, he decided to stop whining his light at the brightest.
Alright, I can't shine my light too much because my window's right here, I don't want to be spotted. But I'm gonna see. It seems like a bedroom right there. Oh, there's definitely a bathroom right here. Just a bathtub. Little attic right there. That's pretty neat. Alright, I can't shine my light over there, but there's a little bedroom. Right here seems to be another bedroom. There's those scaffolding right there that could be an entrance out or entrance in.
Then, he heard what he had been warned about, the possibility of a squatter in that abandoned house, but he tried to be diplomatic and spoke.
It's pretty cool. What was that?
Yo, hello? Yo, hello? Yo, what the f***? Yo, hello?
Guys, I think this is squatter. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna approach him.
Yo, what the f***? Yo, hello? I'm just an urbex explorer. I'm just an urbex explorer. Yo, hello? Yo, hello? Yo, bro.
The fact that Jacob managed to post that video at all proves something important on its own, that he survived the chase and the intentional attack that came right after those words left his mouth. But his survival is not actually the most shocking part of this whole encounter. It is how close he came to never walking out of that building again, how close he came to becoming the next name on a very different kind of list. On November 23, 2024, the explorers behind Team Motion went exploring an abandoned school. Before they entered, they saw someone walk into it but decided to go ahead, regardless, knowing how unsafe it was exploring the abandoned school at night.
What if we just get in there, he just pop up on it though? Some of that nigga just went in there though. Is that the only entrance? Wait, maybe he walking past it. That's a dog.
That's over there.
I know it's a dog. What the hell they doing to that dog? Oh yeah, this probably where the entrance is at. But that just came over here though, so we know it's in here.
We gotta go that way. Come on.
Yeah, I'm saying let's go that way. What the hell is walking over there? That's what I'm saying, bro. I just said that like 5 times.
There was no direct entrance to this building, so they had to devise an illegal means to enter.
You wanna go through that window?
Break through it.
Shut the They just say come here. Stay out. I mean, put a little rope right here. Pull that joint real quick. What the hell's a rope right here? That might be a booby trap. That's what I'm saying. Don't go in. Put that joint.
After they entered, they saw inscriptions on the whiteboard in that dirty and decaying school. That inscription should have made them turn their backs, but they kept going.
It's dog something. Somebody right there. Oh, no. Help find. What the fuck? Thank God. I won't need you. McDonald's in a abandoned building, boy. Stop playing. Try to step right. But this is nasty as f. Ugh.
Come down with a shotgun.
That's what I'm thinking, like a Drake or something.
They were so suspicious and curious of what could be piled inside that leather bag, so they knew they had to check it and be sure, or be haunted by whatever they could have discovered. They did the former.
What's that right there? What's that? Oh, that's a blue thing. That one. That was a needle, boy. I know why you touch it. You crashing out. You crashing. You crashing. They don't got no trade. They probably carrying that junk. Come on. We gotta find somewhere to eat.
They went on, and as they got to this room in the building, they heard an unexpected sound that startled them immediately.
What? I don't know what it is. What is this? What's in the top left? Famous his best friend. We put his on lock.
They kept exploring and walked into the next room with very creepy inscriptions on the wall.
Oh, that was whoever wrote this is a B word.
Then, as they got to a part of the building, they started talking and got distracted until the sounds of a firearm going off put them on alert.
What's next? What's next?
Who's that?
Suppose that figure they saw walking into the school before they entered had been waiting just inside the doorway the entire time. Team Motion might never have made it past that illegal entrance point at all. Choosing to go forward anyway, knowing someone unknown was already inside, turned a simple exploration into a gamble where the odds were against them. On March 14, 2026, Urbex Hill went to explore the abandoned Martin Luther King Jr. High School in Cleveland, Ohio. The first thing that stopped him in his tracks was a dark red stain spread across the floor that looked very much like blood.
That is gross. Looks like blood. It's insane.
Moving deeper into the building, he found more of it. Blood spread across the floor in another section of the school entirely, impossible to explain away as anything other than exactly what it appeared to be.
What the was that? That was loud. This looks like blood almost.
Throughout the rest of the exploration, Brian Hill could not shake the growing feeling that he was not alone inside that building. Eventually, and with no room left for doubt, that feeling was confirmed.
Oh.
At one point, in one part of the building, Urbex heard the voice of a little girl, but could not trace the voice, leaving him rightfully perplexed.
Did you all hear that? Listen. Don't it sound like a little girl? What the was that? Yo. Or like squeaks, maybe. I don't know. I'll look back and watch the footage when I get home.
More than an hour into the exploration, the noises grew more frequent and more unsettling, following him steadily from one part of the building to the next.
Oh. What the? Yo, that is weird. I hope y'all heard that. I'm assuming it's the wind, but still.
Blood in one part of an abandoned school is alarming on its own. Blood discovered in a second and entirely separate location shifts that alarm into something more specific and more serious. Someone had moved through that building and left behind clear evidence of it in more than one room. Brian's persistent sense that he was not alone in that school was not anxiety or paranoia. It was eventually, and without any question, proven to be completely correct. He escaped that building, but he was very close to being the next victim of a bloody crime if he had been discovered. On September 21st, 2023, Aaron of Aaron Explored went to this abandoned hospital alone, only to face a life-threatening situation. The place was dirty, but not too dirty like most abandoned places. But Aaron felt he might not be alone, so he kept his voice low as he explored.
Man, kind of taking a pounding. I won't be talking a whole lot, because I don't know who's in here, if anyone. Gotta mask up. Stinks so bad. Wow. Look at that.
But as he was exploring, his worst fears began to manifest when he heard sounds coming from another part of the hospital.
Someone's in here. Damn.
After seeing no one, he kept exploring and went to the obstetrics wing of the hospital.
Stay away from it.
But he left that wing immediately when he sensed he was close to danger.
Down there is someone, and it sounds like they're ripping the place apart. I've gotta get out of here.
He left for another part of the building and began to hear it again.
Okay.
Aaron never came close to seeing the source behind those sounds, but he must have left the hospital thinking that if he had seen the source of the sounds, it would have been the day he met his maker. Imagine Aaron staying in the obstetrics wing for even 5 more minutes instead of trusting that instinct to leave right away. The sounds that kept circling him from room to room never once stopped or lost interest, which suggests whoever was making them was patient enough to wait him out completely. Patience like that rarely belongs to someone with good intentions hiding in an empty hospital. On December 23, 2025, Russian explorer Kievskaya posted a chilling video of her exploration into an abandoned building. Entering the building was like stepping into a forgotten moment in history.
Посмотрите, какой красавчик. Как новенький, только заднее колесо у него спущенное, а так садись-то и едь. Ты я вообще в каком... Опа! А что это за лесенка такая? В каком-то ангарчике. Я в каком-то ангарчике.
Old dusty items were in that building left to rot and to see no light of day.
Нереально огромное на самом деле помещение. О, фонарик. Нет, ни хрена не фонарик.
But then, she got to the cleaner part of the building where the former inhabitants used to live and saw something red and blood-like on the floor.
Блядь. Так это туда этот след идет. А я его не видела даже. Сейчас, секунду. Тут гляну, может, тут еще что-то, какой-то вообще бар.
As she was exploring, a fog-like substance started to creep into every part of the building, and this freaked out the explorer.
Ах, нихуя себе, вот оно, бля. Чё? Ебать. Это, блядь, что за хуйня, блядь?
It was as if someone who didn't want to be seen had released it on purpose. So, she let and went to another part of the building, and she saw what looked like occultic symbols and an ongoing ritual.
Это, блядь, еще что за хуйня? Ну, сейчас. Не-не-не, тут мне все понятно. Тут мне предельно все ясно. Вот это что такое? Как мне, блядь, это... Блядь. Ну нахуй хватит, блядь, уже, он же может быть. Блядь, нахуй. А что так гремит еще на улице? Этот ливень, блядь, идет.
Then she saw the most terrifying bunch anyone would want to see at that moment. 2 men who were likely responsible for the ritual.
Падаю нахуй.
There is a real chance that fog was not an accident of weather or moisture, but a calculated signal meant to lead Kievskaya toward a specific part of the building. Every step she took after the fog appeared led her closer and closer to the ritual site and the 2 men waiting near it. Sometimes the most frightening part of an exploration is not stumbling onto danger by chance, but realizing you were quietly steered straight into it. On December 5, 2025, the explorer behind spooky videos uploaded chilling footage of when he and his teenage friends went to an abandoned building only to get chased by someone who was hell-bent on taking their lives.
käisime juba. käisime küll ju, seal ei käinud või?
käin läbi selle lina või jah?
no kurat, siin on diivan ja see on nii kahtlane. küsige.
Had those teenage friends decided to split up the moment the chase began, instead of sticking close together as a group, things could have gone very differently. A single, isolated teenager running alone through unfamiliar hallways would have made a far easier target than a group moving together with strength in numbers. Staying together that night may have been the one decision that ultimately saved every single one of them. On February 3, 2017, explorer Fabian explorers and his friends went searching through the tunnels when they discovered someone was in there with them, so they decided to interact.
We're not the cops, don't worry. Who's there?
Don't worry about it.
Hey, we're filmers. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Don't come near me. You don't gotta shine that light on me.
All right. What do you want us to do?
We're just filming, dude. I hear you. Just don't be shining lights on me. You don't need to see me.
The explorers didn't leave immediately, and this pissed off the homeless guys in the dark. They decided to chase them while brandishing sharp weapons.
Go there, go there, go there. Damn it.
I don't know what the hell is doing that.
Did you see that guy with the saw?
What the what?
He had a saw.
Yeah.
You didn't see it? The saw was in there.
Show the knife. It's my knife that Danny took out just in case.
Tunnels are not forgiving spaces when things go wrong. There is nowhere to spread out, no easy way to get past anyone blocking the path, and very little light to see what is coming. Fabian and his friends chose to stay after a tense first encounter in a closed and narrow space with men who were already on edge. The moment those weapons came out, every extra second they had spent in that tunnel became a second they now desperately needed back. In 2023, explorer Little Shameless Viking traveled to Punta del Este, Uruguay, a coastal town nicknamed the Monaco of the South, where high-income tourists pour money into one of the wealthiest regions in all of South America. He had spotted an abandoned mill on Google Maps before flying in and decided to walk the 4 kilometers from the famous Fingers sculpture on the beach to find it for himself. The neighborhood he had to cross was so well maintained that he started doubting whether anything in the area could even be abandoned, with pink candy-colored houses and manicured lawns lining every street. Then he passed a massive boarded-up hotel with a for sale sign on the front gate, and what he saw on the other side of the road made him realize the entire stretch had something strange going on.
Alright, let's continue to the mill. I don't know what happened when I crossed the road on that side. There's the abandoned hotel with the sign of sale. There's a sign telling that place is for sale. There's a sign telling that place is for sale. It seems that on this side of the road everything gets abandoned and to sale. Maybe there is a mill. This gives me a hope. This place seems to be named Ork, a port to a Mordor, the Black Gate, I guess. Alright, but it seems to be still in a use because I can hear lawnmower. Maybe Sauron is cutting some grass.
He pushed past a property with a lawnmower running somewhere in the distance and spotted the mill rising out of a field next to a private golf course, with no way of knowing if he was already being watched.
And it seems to be there, just next to a golf field. Not sure if it's private property, so let's go in before someone sees. That doesn't live anywhere. Maybe I can go from here. Needs to be some kind of a path. Oh yeah, here we are. Lots of tiles and glass also here on the ground. And someone has made a support. Loads of graffiti on the wall.
The inside of the mill was covered in graffiti and broken glass, and what he heard from one of the back rooms made him freeze and ask out loud if he was alone.
Look at this. It's a freaking pool. I didn't know that they have those in a mill. Huh. I hope there is no squatters or someone using this as their illegal house. Loads and loads of graffiti everywhere. Here, some kind of a fridge or something. This seems like could have been a fireplace, but there's not much light. And that way it seems impossible to continue from here. Alright, what we have here? Oh, there's someone. There's someone there.
Then he heard the unmistakable sound of running water coming from a sealed-off section of the mill, and what he realized about the source made him decide he could not be seen by whoever was on the other side of that door.
Someone is... It seems there is a water source, because I hear someone washing their hands. I'm not sure if they're squatters, if they are people who actually own this place, if this is a private place, or what it is, but it's behind that door, which was sealed off, so I can maybe check this side of the building if they didn't hear me.
He pushed into the cellar, a space he described on camera as the kind of place you would use to hide a body, and what he found on the floor down there confirmed who had been using this building.
Let's check out the cellar. Loads of trash here in the cellar. Seems like a place where you would someone if you would want and hide the body. Alright, let's go out. This way. Some soap. Let's hope the guy who washes his hands doesn't come looking for his soap.
Then he spotted something resting on a ledge that didn't match the abandonment of the rest of the property, and he said out loud he hoped the owner wouldn't come looking for it.
Here's the tower. Someone's washing the clothes here, and I heard the water, so I believe they are on that side of the building. Alright, let's head that way and hope I won't encounter anyone.
He worked his way around the tower silently, doing everything he could to avoid being spotted, and what he saw set up at the back of the building told him these weren't visitors, they were residents.
It's a beautiful old building, and we are back on the road. Just checking it from here, from the other side, and there seems to be more stuff there. Barbecue or something made out of a old barrel, and the washing stuff. And there's also the door from this side to the other parts of the building, but I guess that part is the one which is in use at the moment, maybe by squatters.
Later that day, he hitchhiked 24 kilometers to a second abandoned hotel sitting between a lake and the open sea, and what should have been a peaceful exploration started feeling different the moment he climbed up to the second floor.
What an amazing dude. He had his workplace around 8 kilometers that way, but he took me extra the whole way to here, to the abandoned hotel. That's freaking cool. Full of graffiti at the moment, which I'm not surprised about. But there's no doors anymore, no windows, so it's possible to even enter the place. It seems that it has not been a very big place in the beginning. There's the pillars left, and seems here is the showers, and here are some more showers. But what a place they have here.
The building had been gutted and the staircases were missing entire steps, but what stopped him was finding something on the floor of one of the upstairs rooms that didn't belong in a hotel that had been empty for years.
And here we have also some room downstairs. I think here has been kitchen or some kind of a heating room at least, or something. Lots of trash on the ground. And places have been broken like this. And there's someone's shoes, so someone has been spending here a holiday and left their shoes here.
Something had been placed in the middle of an upper floor room, as though its owner had stepped out and planned to come right back, and he didn't check a single other room on that floor before turning around and leaving. An abandoned mill in the wealthiest part of Uruguay with running water behind a sealed door, a cellar built for hiding bodies, washing setups left behind by people he never saw, and a hotel 24 kilometers away with something waiting for whoever had been staying there to come back. On August 26, 2020, Brandon and From explored. This went through multiple abandoned buildings of an abandoned concrete factory that ends up being a haven for squatters. But before that, they saw something so illegal and unexpected.
I found weed.
Weed?
I found weed.
Weed?
Weed.
No, you didn't.
Dude, we found weed. What the f? That's weed, right?
Yeah.
Found weed.
Drugs found.
That's weed. It was in this bag. Look, you want to check this bag out? We can take it down and check it out over here.
After that, they kept going, hoping to find something that would top the shock value of the weed discovery. But all they saw only pointed at the fact that there was probably someone living here.
Bunch of clothes and weird miscellaneous crap in here.
Straight squatter.
This is weird.
Water, bro. They're making hot water. Brandon.
All these purses.
Squatters need water.
Squatters need water. And then to your t-shirt, Thomas?
Yeah.
They're female squatters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They have a bunch of makeup supplies right here.
Squatters.
Girls, dude.
Some lady squatters.
And they wrote on the mirrors.
Oh yeah.
Wanna explore this way?
Yep. Let's go explore. What the? Dang.
There's like food that's been in.
It's not moldy.
Yeah, look at the salsa over there.
It's not moldy.
We don't know what we're gonna experience. If there's a radio, how would you be listening to that?
The bread's not moldy.
I don't know where to walk.
But when they least expected, they were found out, and they decided to get as far away to safety as possible.
What? Christmas lights? Oh, someone's coming with the flashlight.
Like I was running from the cops, bro. I was like, boom! I don't see him yet.
Brandon's group stumbling onto that stash of weed immediately should have made them turn back instead of pushing deeper into the factory afterward. Continuing the exploration after finding clear proof someone was operating inside that site only increased the odds of running into that very person face to face. Curiosity pulled them forward that day, but it nearly handed them straight over to whoever was already living in those shadows. They were lucky to be alive. On July 27th, 2017, YouTuber Chris Condon went exploring an abandoned Catholic school, and what he discovered in the first few rooms shocked him immediately.
Are there like still seats in here? Yeah. You said this is a Christian school. It's Catholic.
Is it Catholic?
Yeah, because Christians don't do the confession thing. I swear I used to go to a Christian church.
I'm not religious, so.
My mom is, and she took me to a Christian church.
Too much cocaine. Ooh, there's some over here.
Oh, that's the gym. Which is... Dude, that looks like blood.
I don't know if it's real.
Wait, is there anything on the ceiling? Nah, that's definitely not from the ceiling.
Well, I don't know, someone could have said something about it.
Dude, it's just... There's no way that it's set up.
What do you think, like 4 people?
That's not that much blood.
Those are dog tracks.
Yeah, or raccoon.
I see that bottom. Just kidding, those last 4.
No? It's not that way.
Maybe I can check the body for, check the basement for bodies. Point at that.
The auditorium's this way.
Hold up. I like this. Oh, dude. Yeah. This shot right here is dope.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Why the Who locks an abandoned building door? Inside the building.
That's a women's book.
I don't care. That time of the month. Holy.
He and his friend continued through the deteriorating building, and with each new classroom and hallway he investigated, the disturbing findings only intensified.
This sign has directed us towards the chem lab. So that is where we shall go.
So that means we have to go.
Of course. Unless this was the chem lab. I think this was the chem lab. There's a bunch of tools. What is this? What the hell? Wow.
This is where I do ballerina. Too cute.
She's singing. Yeah, we follow him.
I don't follow him. No offense to you.
Peep it. I follow him. Huh.
Okay.
Where? Okay. Okay.
Really bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you go through there? Why do they even, like, what's the point of even doing that?
I know, right?
Someone really...
Here's no way out.
Yeah, I see that.
I just want the K. That's all I want. That's it.
Oh, this is like the front of the school. Cop just drove by. I wouldn't go out there, bro.
What?
I just saw a cop drive by.
So?
You do you.
Here, I'll leave my tripod right here.
Alright, you do you.
Where is that?
If that school had been used for something sinister before it was abandoned, and evidence of those activities still remained in the locked rooms he didn't check, he walked through that building completely unaware of what else might have been hidden there, or who might have returned to ensure those secrets stayed buried. On January 3rd, 2017, Harry of Exploring with Harry went to an abandoned building in the middle of the woods. The place was run down and dirty and decaying, but he persevered anyway despite the odors that assailed him, hoping to find something crazy for his followers.
What's in there?
This is recently used.
Yeah, it's been...
Probably.
they've just left. Because that looks new as that looks all new. Right, let's go. What's in there? Christmas menus. Oh, naturally, maybe this.
Harry felt he wasn't alone, so he decided to call out to whomever may be out there.
Anyone here?
Is that you with that noise?
What noise?
The crunching bag noise. Oh, good.
Anyone here? Don't forget all this, you know.
We say we're like explorers just taking photos.
We're exploring, just taking photos, yeah? Don't want no trouble.
Then, when they got to this corner of the room, they saw something suspicious. They paused out of hesitation, and then this happened.
Oh, there's something, I saw something. Get out, man.
Oh, that man.
Oh, brother, I slipped, man.
Oh, man.
Running, as it turned out, was absolutely the right option to take at that moment. But suppose Harry had stayed quiet. Instead of calling out into that empty-looking building, things may have actually gone well. Announcing his presence so openly was what gave away exactly where he was standing to whoever was already listening from the shadows nearby. Sometimes the instinct to fill silence with a friendly greeting is the very thing that turns a quiet explorer into an obvious target.